started.
What's up, Pure Rockers? This is Larry Petro, the news monkey from KNAC.com, the loudest.com on the planet, and I'm here in Houston, Texas with Marc and Chris from Krokus. First off, hi. Welcome back to the United States, guys.
Welcome. Thanks.
Now, I guess the first question, the biggest question on everybody's mind has got to be, what the hell took you guys so long to come back?
Came by canoe.
By canoe?
Yeah.
It's been over 25 years.
No. We were busy in Europe, a lot of things to be done over there, and after the bad experience we had with our management over here, we said let's take some distance in the break,
It was a long break.
I know.
Well, the scene for hard rock changed as well. It wasn't, it went down in the end of the 80s, grunge came and so on. Luckily, bands like Guns N' Roses appeared and kept the flag flying and stuff. And we were doing other things. Chris was producing another Swiss band.
And we had even stopped the band for a moment, because you have to see one thing. When we played a lot in America, we didn't play Europe or Japan, or we completely forgot those countries during the 80s. So we said, let's do some work there, here and there, and
Now you're back.
No, we're back, that's important,
Yeah. Well, you guys just got off your first appearance on the Monsters of Rock cruise. How was that experience?
It was the first timer. We've never played on a boat and been together with the fans so close for 4 days in a row. We were eating, drinking, smoking, and everything together with them. The only private moment was when you went back into your cabin, and that's boring. So.
But it was still awesome that the performances. We felt that the American fans are glad that we're back. It was awesome, strong audience, especially in the theater down there. It was great. It was like the Ark Noah of rock and roll. The last animals which swim there. It was great. It was nice. Yeah.
So,
cool. But we are happy now to be on Earth again. America.
Solid ground.
Yeah.
So was the cruise everything it's hyped up to be?
Yeah.
Well, it is a great experience.
Yes.
The theater and the live stage is open air, so it's a total different feeling. One is like blowing in the wind.
Pissing against the rain or whatever, outside.
Yeah.
It depends, it was hard to play outside. Inside it's like,
Pissing against the wind.
was definitely outside, you have the
The boat is moving.
A chaotic situation, and at full speed. Took us 2 days to get to the Bahamas, and a few hours to get back. So we were really going full speed, and everybody was at the concerts and having a great time. And we just gave it everything, and we went totally wild.
Absolutely. The big moment was to see that Krokus is not forgotten in this. So many people came to us and said, "Wow, great that you're back." Maybe other bands overplayed, we may underplayed, but now we're here to kick some ass.
Well, you guys have been in the States now just a couple of days. Does it feel weird after being gone so long?
Well, acclimatizing from the physical acclimatizing from the boat to Texas climate, and everything, and the whole. It does take a while, but I feel okay now. It only took a couple of days, and the air conditioning is something Europeans are not used to.
That. Especially for a voice, it's you have to adjust more than for a bass player. But after all, the spirit is important, and we feel if you are a long time in Europe, you feel that's a different ball game. Here is the home of rock and roll, and you feel that in the air. People approaching you in a different way. It's great to be back. That's all.
There's more open-heartedness here, and it's coming more from the heart. and they're not afraid to show their feelings. I think.
Yeah, and from time to time there is even some rock radio somewhere. You know?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Now, tonight's the first night of the tour. Are you guys nervous at all?
No. Ready to enjoy it.
No, yeah, looking forward. Yeah.
No.
Now on the boat we played 1 hour, and here we're playing a full set.
No, yeah. The machine is well oiled, you know, you bet. I mean, there's nothing to be nervous about. Maybe too many girls, I don't know, but no, we feel good. Feel ready.
Well, with 20 albums worth of material to choose from, are you guys changing the set list up for this tour as opposed to what you would play overseas?
Not so much. I mean, we add Headhunter and Eat the Rich, you know, those two
Love those.
classics, you know. But basically, we play like in Europe the same thing from the original albums we did, you know, the first 4, and then and then the last ones, and you know, so.
The 2 new
two
studio
new-
albums,
two new
Voodoo
studio,
and
yeah.
Dirty Dynamite.
Yeah. So it's a concrete, dirty rock. Is coming here, you know. Yeah.
Now, obviously, there's going to be a lot of the American fans that are going to be disappointed because your tour is only 2 weeks long.
Yeah.
Are there any plans to come back to the States at some point soon, or was this tour just a byproduct of being on the cruise?
No. But it all depends on the promoters. You know, we would come for a month or 2, but it has to make sense because nobody wants to pay to play. You know, so like he says, things change the whole scene. You know, but we hope to make a very strong impression that the promoters get confident here. You know, and like tomorrow we play in front of 2,000 or 3,000 people in El Paso, where is it, or San Antonio, excuse me, San Antonio.
Diablo or something.
Yeah, and then we go by and we build up again, you know, but it's not that we don't want to play more. We would like to play more, definitely, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it's a question of economics.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
always a question of economics.
Yeah, you have
Always,
to see it. For us, it's already a wonder that we're still here, you know, now, because after such a long time, almost 25 years, that we can still come, you know, and but we think positive. There's absolutely everything is possible.
Yeah, we felt the love on the ship
Yeah.
already. And
Yeah.
I bet.
we want to feel the love everywhere, and love is the answer.
That's it, and airplay is the answer to what we hear.
Yeah,
That
oh,
our
definitely,
music,
yeah.
that our music is still.
But it's
Oh,
better
yeah.
than Europe.
Yeah,
In Europe, you don't hear any rock.
Europe is art and fart and art, the old world, you know. Gag me with a spoon.
Fernando couldn't make the trip this time
Yeah.
for health reasons. How's he doing these days?
He's getting good.
Really good. When you consider, I would have died.
Yeah.
I mean, to have open heart surgery
Yeah.
after having cancer in the
Yeah.
90s. He's doing really well.
You know, we just played 10 days ago together. He's fully healthy, but he didn't want to take the risk.
Right.
Because you see, it's another continent, but where he is, and in Europe, it's not that like an ill man. He would, if he could make a transposal now and he would stand here, he would play exactly like we all play, you know. But it was it was a wish from him to take at the moment so short after operation, no risks, you know. So, but he's not the only rock and roller who has a couple of bypasses in the flesh, you know. That
No, I was recently with John Wetton. He had the same,
Yeah.
you know, of Asia.
No.
Rick Parfitt of Status Quo. They both had it.
yeah.
Rick Parfitt had it a couple of times, and I mean they don't jump around like idiots anymore, you know.
So you see, so it's the health. Now, today I read that Judas Priest wants to stop, Iron Maiden wants to stop, different bands want to stop because of the health reasons.
Yeah.
And we said always in the interviews, the only thing which can stop Krokus is the health, you know. But if you look tonight, you see like 5 young dogs, you know. I mean, it's not like old man payroll rock and roll somehow, you know? It's like energy coming, you know.
Was he pretty disappointed to miss this tour?
Which one?
Was he pretty
Yeah, of
disappointed?
course, of course.
Oh yeah. He
Yeah,
came when we were
Yeah,
shipping
yeah.
out.
No, it was definitely, I mean, of course, you know, but we have to be reasonable. We cannot force it, you know, that's the wrong thing.
Right. So what's next, once this tour is done, what's next for you guys after that?
Well, we're gonna sit together and smoke a big pipe, and then we make, you know, in our age, you don't make plans for years. We're gonna find it out, you know, but as you're gonna hear tonight, there is a lot of pleasure and fun in this group, and there is music, this music we all love is celebrated, so there is no reason to stop it, you know, so we're gonna make plans eventually, new album, what's gonna happen, you know, we sit together after the tour.
Yeah. And that was my next question. You know, Dirty Dynamite came out almost 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
So you haven't started writing or anything for a new album yet then?
No. But because there was a live album coming in between there, the Long Stick Goes Boom live album, which we all consider the best work of Krokus yet. It shows really the dynamic and the musicality and all the great songs, you know. So that was a year ago. So
It's a great album too.
and nowadays you don't make every year an album, you know.
Right.
If you, yeah.
Well, and last year you had a couple of your earlier albums reissued.
Yeah.
Is there any plans to reissue more of the albums?
No.
Just those early ones? Huh?
Yeah, those.
Wow. And why did they decide on just those three as opposed
It's
to...
England who did that, and America followed, and they were right, because the original lineup is back, so why should they release something which has nothing to do with the original, you know? So they released the Metronome, the Hardware, the One Ways at the Time, the Headhunter, and even the Blitz, you know, so that's the quintessential albums, you know, so that's cool with us, you know.
Now, Marc, this question is for you. Back in the day, you were in a little-known band by the name of T. So how did you get the gig in Krokus?
Yeah, we
I figured he might chime in on that too.
No. He has to answer. No.
Yeah, we were doing the last tour, and we took an opening act called Krokus with us on the road, and I was totally fascinated by, especially the guitar player, Tommy Kiefer, God rest his soul, and also the guys. We were more or less on the same wavelength, you know, smoked joints and partied backstage, and, you know, which T. It wasn't the whole band which was into partying and stuff. And yeah, for me, you know, I like to enjoy life. I love singing, I love rocking, and I love partying, and being with good people and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's how the connection started.
Yeah. And we saw the singer, you know, and said, he doesn't belong in this band. We're gonna steal him. We take him to our camp. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, but I was gone anyway.
Yeah.
I left. I went to London,
Yeah.
and 2.5 years later, Chris called because he got my number. I met their manager in London. It was all coincidence, and I believe a lot in destiny. You know, it's all kind of lined up in the stars. I mean, you have to believe in something. You know?
Yeah.
And then we came together after a weekend jam, you know, just like it says on the biography.
Yeah. No.
And from then on, it's history. Yeah. We went through highs and lows, and we were taken for a ride. We were still greenhorns, and we ended up with no money to show for our success, so to speak. You know, while other people, it was a sad ending actually to a successful story.
Yeah.
We could have gone on to the next level, like, you know, Iron Maiden.
Marc is talking now after the Headhunter times, you know, where we were basically intrigued by our management, and he was never giving us a rest, you know, year after year, album tour, without one moment of privacy, you know, just 3 or 4 weeks would be enough, you know, but that was driving us nuts, and that's why the whole thing exploded, you know. And then the record company took over and pushed the band in a glam direction, you know, which is totally wrong, because this band should have stayed like Iron Maiden and Scorpions on the Krokus sound. We had our own sound with One Vice at the Time and Headhunter. We didn't move to some strange cover songs and some strange glam thing, you know. So, but the band was just worn out by all this touring and all that stuff. So and I was gone, and they had to fight with the fucking management and the record company, which had no clue at the time. So that's why the big problem came, and then it all flew. The shit hit the fan, as we say, you know.
Yeah,
but
they wanted
yeah.
to take the stripes from the tiger.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Yeah.
And we were like a wild
Yeah.
animal on stage. And Def Leppard, we toured with them, did the biggest tour, big, huge arenas and stuff. They were like a pop band compared to our wild raunchiness. You know,
Yeah.
the Headhunter album was
Definitely.
incredible. It's still
But-
like the most venerated
Yeah.
album by our fans in the USA.
Yeah, but as you say, it is a coincidence. It has to do something with fate. For some reason, all those things must have happened. I believe, you know. So,
Yeah.
so to regenerate, you know, the motto, because I don't think there are many bands out there in our age, you know, which is we are all over 60, you know, to be that fresh and kick that ass and still. If you look at him, you know, still sing those high notes, still sing in such a quality that those songs come across like nothing else, you know. So we are not worn out. Maybe if we would have stayed year for year, there would be no today as we sit here, you know. So we have to see from a positive side. And in Europe, we won some big ground, you know, because we spent more time over there. You know, that's it.
Now, Chris, this question is for you. The band's first two albums, the self-titled debut and To You All,
Yeah.
which were Swiss-only releases, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
had a musical sound that's completely different from
Yeah.
anything you've released since then.
Yeah.
And what were your musical influences on those albums, and what was the influence that made you change direction?
Well, we started as a rhythm and blues band, and we said with Tommy Keefe, it was almost a rock band. So somehow, it's like every band has the sins of youth. You know, you start and you learn your instruments and you experiment. This is not basically what they call Krokus. You know, for me, okay, we named it Krokus because you have to have a name, you know. But later on, for me, Krokus starts with metal rounding. You know, that's for me Krokus, the Krokus as we know. The before is the same thing. What he did before, this is a whole different world. This is another. It's okay. And the crazy thing about this, the first album, you know, I recently got, because my mother lost it or gave it to somebody, I had to buy it for $1,200 fucking dollars on eBay, because I didn't have it anymore in my collection, you know. There were only a few thousand prints of this, you know. So that's again another funny story but no, it's definitely another kind of music. It's a young band looking for finding a style,
Direction.
their own direction.
Well, it's hard to believe that the band has been around for 40 years.
Yeah.
I mean, that puts you in the same class of other bands like Kiss and Black Sabbath and AC/DC. What do you think is the biggest factor for the band's longevity? That you're still being able to do this 40 years later?
We love that song. We just love that song. We can do together. That's it. It's not the money, believe me. It's not. It's the sound we like. And the person.
I think Krokus, with the whole collection of songs we have, we can give a 1.5 hour show, and not always with the same songs, and keep a whole audience totally intensely entertained. And it's all about entertainment. And we don't have like 20 world hits, or you know, we're not.
Yeah.
We never had commercial pop hits and stuff like.
When you say entertainment, he means the intensity of the sound, not joke speaking and animation talks. Like
No, the
a lot
music.
of bands here, they are rapping and talking.
Without fillers, no fillers.
Just animation. We entertain with the music. You know, that's what.
I could learn to rap like Ted Nugent and play. We could play 5 songs less and give out less energy. You know, say take it easy, just talk a little between the songs, and a lot of bands do that. But I feel that they're kind of ripping off the
Yeah,
the
it's
fans are always asking, why aren't you playing this song? Why aren't you playing that song? And we always say, well, we wish we had more time.
Yeah.
So why, if you're already
Okay,
time
guys.
is limited, why not play a lot and talk less?
No.
Awesome.
Okay, food is waiting. There
Yeah.
is.
That's
Is
fine.
that good for you? It's good for you. You
Yes,
have what
it's
you
awesome.
need.
Thank you guys
And
so
if
much
there
for
is
your
one
time.
person-
The
Yeah.
knack, that's been
But
around.
is
That's
that
right.
is that not the LA station?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, yeah.
It's internet only now.
Yeah.
It was
Oh, okay.
FM dial for a while. It's been internet only since 1998. Things are
Yeah, and
still-
you guys always supported us. I know that.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's right.
man. Thanks a lot.
You
We,
did.
You're very
really
welcome.
Appreciate it.
What was one famous interview on that station?
Not Jim Ladd.
Jim Ladd?
No, he is not. Jim Ladd is not
Wasn't-
with Kennedy.
But one of our DJs was on the cruise though, DJ Will. He was actually on the cruise
Yeah?
with you guys.
Okay.
So anyway.
Cool.
Okay, and AC is it's important. This is
Was it
a-
Rosenest or